We all know that exposure to lead in our drinking water can be very dangerous. The effects can range from slowed growth in children to brain damage to increased blood pressure in adults. Yet, lead pipes are still out there.
We're out there looking at not only the mains themselves, but the service lines that go from the main to the curb box to the house. And if we find any lead pipe in there, we're going to remove it.
The search for lead pipes in municipal water systems on today's Story of the Day.
Support for Story of the Day comes from CCOM Credit Union, serving the financial needs of people throughout northern New York and Vermont, in person, online at ccom.org, and on your smartphone. And from the Lake Harris Lodge, presenting an evening of live music with the band 42nd Draft and Chris DeLuke this Friday at 7 p.m. Details at thelakeharrislodge.com.
Hey, I'm David Sommerstein. It's Thursday, May 25th. First up, locally produced food is often more expensive than what's in grocery stores. But the government is trying to make it easier for people who receive food benefits to buy healthy, fresh items. Lucy Grindon reports on two programs that let people double their purchasing power when they shop at farmers markets.
Erica Kelso works for Garden Share, a small local food nonprofit that runs 3 farmers markets in St. Lawrence County. Every Tuesday and Friday, she stands under a highlighter yellow tent at the Canton Farmers Market. Kelso says they bought the tent so people would notice the sign underneath it, which advertises that the market takes SNAP benefits, formerly known as food stamps. Just last week, a group of young women were driving by, and it worked.
Because of the yellow tent, they saw our sign that says that we accept SNAP at the market, and so they came up, they asked me a lot of questions, and they were telling me that they didn't even realize you could use SNAP at the market. And then by the time they were done with me, they were taking some SNAP tokens and going and making purchases for their first time.
Kelso says a lot of people aren't aware that many farmers markets accept government food benefits. And this summer, to encourage more people to shop at farmers markets, there's a sort of 2-for-1 deal. The state offers what are called Fresh Connect checks. For every SNAP dollar you spend at the farmers market, you can get a matching amount in Fresh Connect coupons.
We'll be handing these out until the end of June or until we run out. And as SNAP participants come up, they can get their dollar amount in tokens, and then we will double that amount with Fresh Connect checks, which are eligible on all SNAP eligible items. So you can get eggs, meat, dairy products, fruits and vegetables.
Justin Phillips walks up to the tent.
How late does it run today?
We are open till 2 today.
2.
He says he's got $13 left on his SNAP card for this month, and he hands it over to Kelso.
As of yesterday, I've got like 13 and a half left on this for the month, so let me just empty this out here.
Okay, so and I can actually double some of that with my Fresh Connect checks as well. So
I will not argue with that.
Yeah, I don't know how you can.
Phillips says he really likes farmers markets, especially here in the North Country. He recently moved here from Chicago and works at a hotel in town.
In Chicago, it was more expensive. It was more for the yuppie types who are like, oh, I'm so great. Look at me. I go for the fresh food, and I go to Trader Joe's and all that. But here, you got the Amish and real farms, and so stuff tends to be a little cheaper and definitely better quality than I'm going to get over at Save a Lot or whatever.
Phillips says being able to double his money at the farmer's market is a big help.
Twice as much stuff. It's like half price everything, and that's great. Like last time I bought some meat snack sticks and rhubarb. This time I want to try this fresh tea here, and I might pick up like a jam or a jelly, but right now they don't got much.
That's because this is just the very beginning of farmers market season. Pretty much all anyone's harvesting right now is asparagus. The Fresh Connect program runs through the end of June. At the beginning of July, when farmers market season is in full swing, another Double Up program starts, this one from the federal government. It works pretty much the same way, except that you can only use the extra food bucks tokens from this program for fruits and vegetables. Kelso says out of the 7 farmers markets in St. Lawrence County, 5 are able to take SNAP. The ones in Akwesasne and Ogdensburg still don't. Kelso says a lot of people in St. Lawrence County make too much money to be eligible for SNAP, but still struggle to buy all the food they need, especially healthy, fresh food, which is usually more expensive. For those people, Garden Share has its own program called Bonus Bucks.
That group of people also qualifies for Bonus Bucks, even though they might not qualify for SNAP. So it's, again, doubling somebody's money so that they can come get local, fresh food.
You can apply for Garden Share's Bonus Bucks program online, and then the organization will match every dollar you spend. You can put your bonus bucks towards the farmers market or towards Garden Share CSA programs. Lucy Grindon, North Country Public Radio.
The head of WAMC is retiring after leading the Albany-based NPR affiliate for more than 40 years. Alan Chartock took over as president and CEO of Northeast Public Radio in 1981. He spearheaded the single station's growth into a multi-station network that now serves 7 states. Over Chartock's 4-decade career, he started and hosted multiple popular radio programs, including The Capital Connection, The Congressional Corner, and The Roundtable. When Mario Cuomo was governor of New York, Chartock spoke with him every week for 12 years. Chartock called his time at WAMC the journey of a lifetime, but said he's ready to pass the baton on to the next generation of leaders. Stacey Rosenberry will be the interim CEO. She was previously WAMC's Director of Operations and Engineering. The federal government is requiring municipal water systems across the country to inventory the presence of lead in their service lines by October 2024. Warren County has set up a website that teaches residents how to check the water lines inside their homes for lead pipes and report the results. Don Colts with the City of Glens Falls told Champlain Valley reporter Kara Chapman they can also use the site to ask for help.
You can take a picture of what you find and submit it to the website. On the website, it'll have a list of directions to get to your community, and you can send that into the website, which will be directed, in our case, to Glens Falls, and we can take a look at it and help determine what kind of material it is. And even if we can't from the picture, we'll make an appointment and have one of our representatives come to the home and verify whether it is or isn't lead or what material it might be.
If lead is found, what happens then? Like, what's the responsibility of the homeowner, the municipality, to address the issue?
The municipality is responsible under the EPA guidance to remove any lead material piping that they find from, including the mains, right up to the wall of the basement of the home, up to the meter. So on the inside of the home, it only goes as far as the meter. If there is any lead pipe found in there, the municipality will schedule and remove any lead pipes that are found. On the homeowner side, that becomes the homeowner's responsibility to have that replaced. To me, that's rather rare that you would find lead pipe in a home, but generally, if it is to be found, it's probably going to be in an older home, and I'm talking circa 1900. If they were using it then. Generally, you'll find galvanized pipe in that era.
Don, I'm wondering if you can talk about why this is important. Why do we need to identify where lead is still present and remove it?
Through the understanding of all the work that's been done by the EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, they've done a lot of work on lead in the human being. And they have found over time that lead sticks with us. It's not one of those things that we ingest and we can get rid of, and it has a detrimental effect on the human body. Especially, we're concerned with lead in children and affecting their brains. There are other sources for kids to get ingest lead. We've heard many times of children chewing on lead-based paint on the windowsills or those kind of things. And the idea is to get lead away from any means in which the human body can ingest it. And this is one of the sources, probably one of the bigger sources left, that can be removed and replaced with what is currently thought to be the best material to replace it with.
That was Don Colts with the City of Glens Falls speaking with Champlain Valley reporter Kara Chapman. We have a link to that lead pipe testing website and many more news stories on our website, ncpr.org. Music today by Ben Sharon of Watertown and Alan Dunham of South Glens Falls. I'm David Sommerstein, North Country Public Radio.